Welcome to 52 Questions. I'm Shannon Weber, Director of Hive. Every year, Hive answers hundreds of questions from patients and their partners and providers. Each week in 2018, we're bringing one of those frequently asked questions to you. For this week's question, I have Dr. Shannon Allen to answer a very complicated and hard question. So we're hearing a lot now, particularly after CROI, and this is related to HIV prevention research, a lot about the microbiome. What is the microbiome?
Well, I can honestly say that the microbiome is a very broad term for a collection of microorganisms that are present on all species, such as plants and animals and humans. And they can be bacteria, fungus, viruses, and what in particular for humans, and research has shown over the last several hundred years that microbiome can be really protective against acquiring new infections. So there's sort of a commensal or symbiotic relationship with humans, and there can also be pathogens as well, or a disadvantageous relationship for humans that also make up part of the microbiome. With regard to HIV infection, so the microbiome can be found within the skin, the nose, eyes, vagina, rectum. And in regards to sexual transmission of HIV, the microbiome is responsible for protection against new infections. The microbiome provides an acidic environment, for example, within the vagina that protects against new infections. And if that microbiome balance is thrown off in any way, it could potentially provide a favorable environment for a successful HIV infection within the vagina. So for example, if the commensal bacteria are decreased in some way, the commensal bacteria that make the vaginal environment more acidic, and if that's thrown off to where the environment is more basic, so for example, within the presence of semen, which makes the vaginal environment basic, also in the presence of bacterial vaginosis, which also makes the environment more basic, then that could potentially provide an environment that is favorable for HIV infection.
So commensal means
that there is a advantageous relationship for the host, which is a human, as well as the bacteria.
And that's the state, and that's the best state to be in. And then when you're saying basic is when it's thrown off in some way, which could happen with sex. It can also happen if you get sick or through certain kinds of eating certain kinds of food, or all different ways, right?
Absolutely.
All right,
and so that relationship is very important in order for protection to happen.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
You too.